Welcome back to Garv Grumps. Dang it! Oh wow, that's just bad. I keep doing that. Welcome to gargames. You know what it is. And today we are hopefully going to get past level 3, but we shall see. World 2, we shall see. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm obviously a little tired today, but never fear because I was still faithfully do this thing. So sorry for not posting yesterday. I was just crazy busy. There's a hot chance I won't post every day because life sometimes gets in the way. But I will post consistently. I will post consistently. So anyway, that's rambly, I guess. Um, so today is the day where I actually, when I was catching up, because as the last time you guys could see, I deleted my game on accident.
It's 14 hours.
I had gotten through. Oh, it's 2 o'clock, by the way. Uh, I had gotten through a flawless run of the minecart carnage, and I was so upset I didn't film it. I was like, dang it, that was perfect. I couldn't believe it because I had gotten past all the parts that usually trip me, and because like I never lost a Kong, anything. Did it in one life. Well, that's what perfect means, doesn't it? So yeah, that was just a real bummer not to catch on tape. But anyway, so whoop, yeah. So anyways, yeah, as you can tell, I'm like really, really, really focusing too, and so sometimes I get a little distracted. Sometimes I get a little distracted, and I don't always talk as much, and my train of thought just kind of gets diverted. You know, they pull a little lever, and it goes the wrong way. So yeah, whoops, I discovered that on accident. If you already grab Winky, and then you try to grab it, her, him, again, it just resets. You never had me. You never got me out of here. Channeling Markiplier. Cool. Okay. Yes. So I think that's kind of a funny little glitch. I had thought the first time when I had done that, I thought, oh, there's gonna be like just multiple winkies on the screen, but no, it was essentially like I had never gotten it. See, I did it. I did it again because I had died. Yeah, death is a funny thing, isn't it? We all do it. I guess it's not that funny in so much as it's common. Eventually, we will all die as we all live. Some people have a very fearful, morbid ideology of that. Some people don't want to do it. Some people think it's going to be like painful or terrible or awful. A lot of people think, hey, it's just round two. Some people think, hey, we'll just get another life. People think it's exciting, or people would just think, hey, it's just peaceful. Wow, I'm glad that tangent ended really quickly. That's that is that was weird. I was really reaching for I was really reaching for conversational points there, wasn't I? Oh boy. Oh boy. The bees. No, no, not the bees. Not the bees. Amen. There we go. Another whoops. Bye bye. Whoops. Double bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, boy. Oh man. Isn't Nicolas Cage a great actor? Sure, he makes some really stinkers, some really bad stinkers, and they're just so weird and wacky. But that's his appeal. He just doesn't care. He's almost like Brando in that way, where he just has his own style and his own understanding of how to do a role, and he'll do it that way. And most of the time, he's respected for it. Sometimes people are just like, I can imagine he's much like Brando. He's a nightmare on. He can be a nightmare on camera because people are like, do it this way. I imagine he's like, no, I don't think I can do it that way. I imagine the character just this way. It's just I could see my warlock having a gun. What? Nick, so let me have the gun. Let's try it, man. Let me try it. I promise it'll be good. And I think sometimes some people know better. Because like in Ghost Rider 2, he would dress up during his shots because they obviously did the Ghost Rider stuff in post production. He would dress up in his shots with he was like dressed in some sort of weird shaman garb, shaman school garb, and it was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. They had no idea. I think he was just trying to channel the Ghost Rider, just really get into a dark, twisted, devilish, demonic mindset, and it scared his co-stars. Understandably, they were just like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What? I'm getting into character, guys. Come on! Ah! I'm Ghost Rider." Artists, artist's interpretation, not a literal transcription of on-set interactions between Nick Cage and his co-stars. But and seriously, it was really reported like he didn't get it. He's like, "What? What? Why are they so scared of me? I don't get it. I mean, they're supposed to be because I'm Ghost Rider." Is that a good Nicolas Cage impression? I'm not sure that it is. I'm just thinking about that. I'm like, that sounds like somebody who heard somebody doing an impression of Ghost Rider and is trying to do an impression of Ghost Rider and sucking at it more than a leech. Anyway, my train of thought hit a penny. Sorry, guys. It's my baby, my baby. It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. We're all. Hey, Bruce Willis. I survived this somehow with no injuries. How did that happen? Looks like you have to go find Samuel L. Jackson and beat him up. But we'll never see that part of it. Dang it. Unbreakable is. I kind of wish they had finished that trilogy the way Shyamalan intended. It was a good movie. I think some people thought it would just be a little more actiony or just maybe more suspense. I think a lot of people were expecting Sixth Sense, the sequel, but they just got an origin story for a comic book character, and then obviously his villain counterpart. It's cool. I really appreciated it. And so when I heard like Shyamalama Ding Dong's idea was to make a whole trilogy, and number one, that's why I like people to make it. They're like, what the crap happened? Like nothing happened. They just like set up a story and didn't follow through on it. It didn't even end with like Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson punching each other or something. But to be fair, how easily that'd be because Samuel L. Jackson's character is Mr. Glass, so I just like punch. Ah! So, but still, it was disappointing that. But then once you hear, oh, it's supposed to be a trilogy, and derp-de-doo studio executives, you kind of get disappointed. But for the most part, I enjoy. I could see the hate of Shyamalan later on. I would say probably around The Village is when I could honestly say I honestly started not to like him because he did start to get predictable and formulaic and just started to be like, oh, I can just twist you into liking it or whatever. But you like it just because it's a twist, because it's me. He kind of got an ego. Although one could say he had an ego to begin with, but it was deserved. Much like a lot of people have egos, they kind of deserve it. Like they think, oh, I know what I'm doing, but with a power comes great responsibility. And I think in order to be able to not, yeah, you don't throw your weight around. You have weight, but you carry it gracefully and respectfully. and people are less willing to write you off as like, oh, don't work with him. Oh, he's a or hey, work with him because he is great, but expect him to be weighty. Expect him to talk down to you. Expect him to just be an all-around jerk. No one wants that. No one wants that at all. So yeah, that's my kind of closing. Much like Weird Al Albuquerque. It's a roundabout way of saying it, though. Here's a roundabout way of saying it, but be humble with your gifts. That's all I'm really trying to say, you know. I love Weird Al. Did you guys hear that he got in trouble for saying spastic in word crimes? Yeah, I didn't know that. I can understand why people get up in arms about it, but I didn't know he actually got in trouble. He didn't mean to be mean, neither. That's why some people are like, "Oh, it's okay." Like we're offended by this. He was super like, "I'm sorry." He's a nice guy. He's a chill dude. He's a Christian too. Surprising, not surprisingly to be honest. He's a legitimately kind man, and his parodies are not rough and tumble. You kind of think of a you kind of think of like the idea of a Christian. Whoops, I am not doing so well on this. I need to reconfigure my buttons on my emulator because as you can see I'm trying to run and jump and it's just not doing because I like have it's not WASD, it's some weird my own configuration. It's not working. I have like the jump button far away from the run button, so I can't just be doing both at once. I'm like having to stretch, doing all sorts of crazy contortions. It's great finger exercise, but it's obviously not really working for the big jumps. So yeah, Weird Al, great guy. Kind of idea of like, I guess I hate to say it, Ned Flanders. I mean, Weird Al is a dork, but he's a sweet dork. I'm sure the man has flaws, but we just never see them because we just love him so much. But anyways, I'm dying here a lot, and I need to reconfigure everything. So I do believe I am going to cut this episode a little short. This episode a little short today, and get back on track. And I will finish round. I will finish level 2 tomorrow. I will. We'll move on to round 3. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Good afternoon and good night.